Hello, welcome to tutorial in using DragonDocs. DragonDocs is the engine that powers all of these worksheets and more. So what you're looking at here is one of the Scratch introduction lessons. Okay, and what I'm going to do in this lesson is I'm just going to very quickly take you through what is going on here. So first of all, let me introduce the settings on the right hand side. So we've got a couple of settings in here. So first of all, we've got color filters. So if you wanted to apply a purple color filter, just click that. Okay, and it puts on that color filter on the screen there. Let's switch that off. Next, you've got different modes here. So first of all, DragonDocs actually features a light and a dark theme. So you can switch between. Next, we've got this little megaphone. This is called the screen reader mode. Very handy little tool. I can show you just here. This basically is going to read out what's on the screen just here between this section and this section. Again, this will read out this section and that'll read out that. So when you press that button, it enables little megaphone. The next one here is called the developer console. It shows a command console that you can put in commands. I'm not going to show you that just now. This is the Open Dyslexic font, which is a scientifically researched font that is designed to help with readability of text. So as you can see here, it has improved the readability of the text here. It's made it easier to read. Its preference, okay. This next button here allows you to just delete all answers that you've put in. And this allows you to enter in your name. So I've got Mr. Balfour in here, so I'm just going to save that. Okay, so let's go back to the start. So what we've got is our learning intentions, okay, success criteria, and then an example of the finished product. Okay, getting to know Scratch. This here has an instruction. This is something it wants you to do. Okay, this is something you're required to do. And when you've done it, you can either press I've done this or tick the little box up here. I'm going to press I've done this. Okay, and you can see it's ticked the box up above as well. And this bit is key knowledge. This is stuff you need to know, for example, for a test or for at the end of worksheet questions, summary of the lesson. Okay, so I'm going to say I've read that, okay, which will hide that as well. And this here is just extra information that you must have covered in class, for example. You might have covered in class before. It's stuff that you're just kind of expected to know. It's useful information if you're not sure how to save. Okay, next. This will take us to the next page. Now you can see we're now on page 2. Here it tells you a wee bit more key information. You can just skip through that if you know how to do that. And then we're going to go to next again to go to the third page. Okay, so on page 3 is the activity. Now, an activity is something you're required to do. It's one of the main parts of the lesson. So you need to make sure you do that. Press next at the bottom to go to the final page. Now you can see I've already filled all of this in. So for a start, screenshotting, right? So once you've done your screenshot with Windows Shift and S of what you want, okay, I'm going to go and paste that in here by clicking here and pressing Control V. That pastes in my screenshot. Okay, you can see it's actually just the same. But yes, you can also do upload image and put your screenshot in doing that. Okay, this is stuff you must do. You're required to do the review your learning stuff. Okay, which of the following describes a sprite? Going to answer that, multiple choice, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then I'm going to answer the last questions. Finally, what we need to do is we need to save our work. So what we do is we go to save, and what will happen is you will get a file out called Mr. Balfour Lesson 1 and Introduction. That's perfect, right? Now what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to open the folder that it's in by clicking here. And I can see that it's got into my downloads folder. So I'm going to right click, cut, and move that. Okay, so there's two ways you can do this. If it's in a different location, you can go to this PC. Okay, and then go into your KA Balf J folder. Okay, it'll be something similar in different schools. Now I'm going to create a folder called S1. Then I'm going to create a folder in there, new folder, computing. and then a new folder called Scratch. Then inside that folder, I'm also going to create a folder called, where are we? Um, so a folder called Lesson 1. Now, what I'm going to do is go back to this PC. I'm going to go back into my K8 drive, click Downloads. Okay, and I'm going to get my Lesson 1 introduction file and move it into that folder. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Last thing you would need to do if you were doing Scratch is make sure that you save your Scratch file into the same folder.